Hey there, happy really belated by 7 days New Year everybody! 2012 was a great year. I got into YouTube in January and I got really into the vlogbrothers and other kinds of bloggers and all the YouTube world. I got into a poetry slam that a friend of mine started hosting and I started hosting it along with him. We get together and we do like an open mic kind of thing where we read spoken word poetry. It was in the poetry slam that I met some of the first nerd fighters that I ever met in real life, and I got into the group and I started getting to know the nerd fighters a little better, started going to the nerd fighter gatherings, which were amazing, a lot of fun. Actually, my New Year in Chile was looking to be pretty bad and pretty sad because there was nothing fun going on at the hotel, but it was made amazing by the nerd fighters who did a cool hangout where this happened. When the poetry slam thing got started, this friend of mine and me, we went to a high school and we taught poetry slam to 15-year-olds. We're really fascinated by it. We got to perform Shake the Dust in front of them and all the other kids at school and their parents and teachers and principals, and there were like 300 people and it was insane. I started going to Walrus, which is an amazing library. I don't have pictures of Walrus, so I will show you pictures of the books that we read here. Woohoo! I will show you this! I bought a walrus, a stuffed walrus. I got this because that is how much I love walrus classes. With walrus came a new very, very dear friend to me, Marcela, who you've seen in our first video. She has become one of my best friends. And it's not every year that I can say that I made a new best friend. So that's a really amazing thing to put on the list of why 2012 rocked. This video, I didn't want to boast so much about my year as to explain to you why I think that it was so great. I wanted to do something that had to do with words, and so I considered studying literature at university, and I told this to one of my former language teachers on Facebook. She said, I'm really happy that you're considering choosing this to do for a living, but I hope that literature doesn't make you happy, I hope it makes you full. And I always remember that, because I think that happiness is like a brief state of the, being, and that really changes a lot. You can't be happy all the time, because it wouldn't be happiness, it would just be normalcy, and that would be boring and not happy at all. What I realized is that this year I felt full, and full of a type of hunger that Mr. Hemingway addressed in this lovely book here. Standing there, I wondered how much of what we had felt on the bridge was just hunger. I asked my wife, and she said, I don't know, Zaddy. There are so many sorts of hunger. In the spring there are more, but that's gone now. Memory is hunger. So I think that what he's talking about is a desire to be filled, to live grandly. This is how I felt. I felt fulfilled of this type of hunger. And I kept thinking about how great it was that I was hungry for all these things. A group of people who I could read poetry with on a Friday night. That's insane. That's something that I have been wanting to find all my life. And the nerd fighters, God, this is a community that's made up of, codes and pixels and comments and Facebooks and videos and things that are not tangible and that, are on the internet and temporary. But God, this is the group, you have the biggest heart that any other community that I have met. You're made out of awesome, everybody. Seriously. Thank you, I love you. This is creepy. This is like serial killer nerd fighter gang sign. The people in the poetry slam, just thank you for listening to my poetry, but most of all, thank you for sharing your poetry with me. You guys are amazing. You're a real poet. I want to wish every one of you not a happy new year, because I don't want to wish you to be happy all the time. I wish to you a year of hunger, of the best kind of hunger, of the Hemingway kind of hunger. And that doesn't mean being hungry for Hemingway, although, I am. I wish that you want things with sufficient passion that you know how to appreciate them when they come. I wish a year filled with many intense things for you people, and just stay hungry, what was the next line? What was it? God. Steve, what was it? God, how was it? Stay foolish, that was it. Stay foolish. Stay hungry, stay foolish. Damn, what I just said in a, I don't know how many minute video, Steve Jobs said in 4 freaking words. Alright, anyways, Happy New Year! Not so new, just happy year. Okay, bye! This book is used.